Have you been dreaming of travel but not sure where to go or how to begin planning? Well, you found the right podcast.
Welcome to Theme Parks and Passports, the travel podcast for every family ready to explore the world, one destination at a time. I'm Melissa Sanchez, travel addict, wife, and mom of 2 big kids. Along with planning all my family adventures, I've been helping others realize their travel dreams through my company, Spellbound Vacations, since 2010.
And I'm Heidi Mackey, a travel enthusiast with a passion for geek and pulp culture. I'm also a wife and a mom of a spicy tween. Since 2017, I've been creating vacation memories for families through my business, House of Mackey Travel. Join us as we share stories, tips, and talk to those in the know to inspire your family's next great adventure.
Because creating family travel memories can happen in any stage of life.
Welcome back to Theme Parks and Passports, the podcast for every family ready to explore all the magical destinations that the land has to offer. Today we have a very special episode. Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, is celebrating its incredible 70th anniversary, and we're partying like it's 1955. We have boots on the ground. Our very own Melissa is in Anaheim. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, Heidi, how are you?
Good. Not as good as you are.
I know. Hello, everyone from Disneyland in California. I just finished up a 2-day Disney agent education program, and I am spending a couple of additional nights here exploring what I didn't get to do during our program and hanging out in the parks, hanging out at my hotel, getting some spa treatments, the whole thing.
I am so jealous. Let's start off without, highlighting my jealousy. Let's start off by saying happy 70th to Disneyland. Melissa, can you tell us what's going on? What's the atmosphere like?
It's really exciting. I mean, I love Disney anyway, no matter what time of year or what celebration it is, but this one's a little bit different. There's definitely a different feel in the air, a different vibe. You can feel it, walking down Main Street USA, it's decked out in these beautiful platinum and iridescent colored decorations. It's very celebratory, but it's not like totally in your face. It's the banners, and it's almost like if you've ever run for Halloween or Christmas or something like that, where you've got the banners and the decorations. But this happens to be the 70th anniversary celebration. The cast members have special pins on.
Oh, wow.
And everyone is just, I don't know, a little friendlier, a little happier at the happiest place on earth, if that's possible.
I can only imagine it. I mean, now, are there special events or parades that are happening?
There's a few different things going on, and I'll touch on a couple that we experienced here. Yesterday, we saw the Celebrate Happy Cavalcade, which features Mickey and Minnie, some of the other classic characters. Duffy the Bear is in that. And here in the US, that's not a character we see a lot, usually just special events.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. There is a special fireworks show at Disneyland Parks that celebrates the legacy of the Walt Disney Animation Studios, which is called Wondrous Journeys of Fireworks. I may have said that wrong, but yes, there's a bunch of different things that are going on here at the parks.
I'm sure all of it is absolutely breathtaking. Have you managed to experience any of the classic attractions with the anniversary buzz?
Oh, we definitely have. So after my agent education program, my husband actually met me here. He happens to be out in LA for business too. And he had not been to Disneyland in 23 years. So one of our main objectives, along with celebrating the 70th anniversary, was classics, the things you don't find at all the other parks. So we rode Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. We rode Snow White. We did Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
And we did Big Thunder Mountain, which is slightly different here at Disneyland. And Small World is different here as well. So we tried to do as much as we could with the limited time that we had. Did find wait times, I think they're probably pretty average. Some of the rides were long,
Mhm.
just like you always find.
Right.
Some of them were short, especially in Fantasyland. The kid-friendly rides with no height restrictions, those tended to have a little bit shorter wait times.
Mhm.
But we utilized the lightning lanes, both the multi and the single passes while we were here. And I felt like that definitely helped us hit a lot of attractions because we literally did 2 parks in one day.
Now, you were talking about utilizing the lightning lanes. How is that different than at Walt Disney World?
So the actual process of reserving the lightning lanes, whether it's multi-pass or single pass, it's pretty much the same, right? You go into your app, your chipboard, you choose your return time. But there are several major differences. One is that you can actually include lightning lane multi-pass when you're doing your Disneyland package or ticket purchase. So, unlike Walt Disney World, where if you're staying on property, you purchase it 7 days in advance. If you're staying off, it's 3 days. You can add it to your package or your ticket purchase in advance. Just the multi pass, though, not the single pass. The other really big difference is that you cannot choose your first return time until you are in the theme park.
Oh, wow.
And you cannot purchase your Lightning Lane single pass until you have entered the theme park. I actually really like it like
Mhm.
this. I think it puts everyone on an even playing field to be able to use their lightning lanes, get on the attractions that they want. And we found it easier in the mornings, especially when you're park hopping, just like any place else. It can create a little bit, of, oh, the time is so much later this evening because at Disneyland, park hopping doesn't start until 11 a.m. versus Walt Disney World, where you literally could enter Magic Kingdom and hop over to Epcot 5 minutes later. So those are some of the differences. And like I said, I kind of prefer Disneyland's process over Walt Disney World's.
Now, actually, you talking about park hopping, that's before we get into the specifics of the 70th anniversary again. Can you speak a little bit to the simplicity in park hopping versus Walt Disney World? Like, basically, you walk out of one and walk into the
Yeah.
other, right?
It yes. I mean, that's essentially it. This is one of the perks of Disneyland that I love. When you talk about being in that Disney bubble, it's literal at Disneyland here in California. If you enter Disneyland, 11 a.m. comes, you decide you want to hop over to Disney California Adventure, it's literally not even 100 yards away.
Oh, wow.
Like, it is so close, and you've already gone through security, so you're literally just scanning your ticket again. And one of the nice things too, while those entrances are really close, if you stay at Grand Californian Hotel and Spa or at the Pixar Place Hotel, you have a separate dedicated entrance to Disney California Adventure.
Oh, wow.
Grand Californian Hotel is essentially attached to the back of the theme park. So that is awesome. And when we came home at night, my first 2 nights I stayed at the Grand Californian. Now I'm at Pixar Place, but we would exit into the Grand Californian too. Obviously, when I was staying it there, it was great. I just went up to my room with Pixar Place. Pixar Place is literally across the street. So I walked through the lobby, across the street, I'm at my hotel. And noted too, the Disneyland Hotel is also just a short walk down a pathway from Pixar Hotel over to there. And you're not going to find here the buses, the 10, 15, 20-minute bus rides.
Right.
That doesn't exist. Everything's walkable. And downtown Disney, also, just right there, walkable from the hotels, from the parks. I love it. I love it.
It has it has an intimate feel to it, doesn't it?
It does. It has, I feel like, a really amazing manageable feel.
Mm,
And not to say Disney World isn't manageable. I love it there.
right.
We are there multiple times a year. It's just a different it's just a different atmosphere. I feel like not as hectic at times. There's not a rush, like I said, to get to a bus.
Right.
There's, you're literally just walking everywhere. It's really nice.
Able to really take every moment of your trip and use it for attractions, meals, some of the fun stuff you're going to tell
Mhm.
us about that's not attractions or meals, right?
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
No, that all sounds so wonderful, and I'm so great to hear that the spirit of Disneyland is alive and well after 70 years, and it continues to grow and only get better. Have you seen any special merchandise or food offerings for the anniversary?
Yes, there's both everywhere. Um, Merchandise is really cute. There's commemorative ears and pins and apparel, all with not all of it, but a lot of it with the 70th anniversary design, incorporating Sleeping Beauty's castle and silhouette. Like, I think you can kind of see if you're watching us on YouTube, I have the shirt on with the 70th anniversary logo on it. I did purchase 70th anniversary ears, but I don't know what I was thinking. I sent them home with my husband. He left this morning. So
We're
I have my balloon ears on. For those who are not watching on YouTube and are listening to the podcast, I'm wearing balloon ears. I love them. And I just got back from the Tenaya Spa at the Grand Californian Hotel. They have two special spa treatments that are specific to the 70th anniversary. I had the sweet celebration foot treatment.
wow.
And let me tell you, after 3 days in the theme parks, I thought my feet were gonna fall off, so this was a perfect way to end this trip. It's a 50-minute treatment, which includes, massage, but it looks like an ice cream sundae.
Wow.
So, the scrub they use on your legs, which is a strawberry scrub, looks like strawberry ice cream. And then when you first sit down and you put your feet in the water to soak, they put like a chocolate, it has sprinkles in it and it's a chocolate soak.
Oh, wow.
And it smells like chocolate. I mean, I don't know if it's actually chocolate powder, but it certainly smells like it with the sprinkles. And then they do a bananas Foster mud wrap on your legs.
Oh my gosh.
I could have sat there all night. It was amazing. So, if you were at Disneyland Resort and you need a break and your feet are tired, I really recommend checking that out.
Oh, it sounds like it's a must do, not a should do.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned food too, and the Disney food blog actually has a whole list of all the foods and where you can find them throughout Disneyland parks and hotels for the 70th anniversary. I mean, I wanted to try everything,
Right.
right? But you couldn't. So yesterday we picked up a special anniversary churro. It had platinum dust over it and a raspberry dipping sauce. It was beautiful. It was really sweet, so just be prepared for sweetness. But admittedly, I didn't take any pictures of it. It was, like, later in the day,
Oh,
we
yeah.
found it, we wanted to try it, and so there's no pictures of that. However, there will be a post about the foot massage, so that'll be on the Instagram at some point. So, yeah, there's tons. There's special anniversary drinks, there's anniversary Tiana beignets, so you can find lots of things all around. Popcorn buckets. I know a lot of people collect the popcorn buckets, so there's the 70th anniversary popcorn buckets out there too.
Oh, platinum dust on a churro, I can just it sounds amazing. And I know that there are churros in Walt Disney World, but wasn't Disneyland really where they first brought in the churro? And that's really what they play with there. And then the ones that are really good end up at Walt Disney World.
Yes, I definitely find that the churros are different here. And I'm not talking the celebratory churro because obviously that's different. Just the regular churro, I don't know, there's something about them. I like the churros at Walt Disney World, don't get me wrong, but the churros at Disneyland, our first night here, I got just the regular, cinnamon sugar churro.
Mhm.
My God, so good. So good.
I'm dying to try one of the ones that are the lightsabers.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Actually, I'm dying to take a picture of myself trying one of the ones that's a lightsaber. I'll be honest.
As long as you eat it afterwards.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
good.
So, Melissa, you've told us about some amazing stuff, but what's been your personal highlight so far?
So that's a hard moment to pick, but I think One of the magical moments that I experienced this week was we were waiting in line, or I was waiting in line. My husband was waiting to take my photo to meet Minnie Mouse. And this little girl who was behind me with her family was so excited
Mm.
that she just pushed her way up to the front. And the mom was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, come back, come back." No, I said to her, "Absolutely not." She's so excited. Like she's creating these memories. Like she loves Minnie. There was no way I was going to be like, "Yeah, my turn." It was just you know, it was such a great moment, and it brought back memories of my own daughter skipping an entire line of people to meet Winnie the Pooh, and
Oh,
I was just like, "I am not interfering with this magical moment." It was amazing. And then I think my second favorite thing is that I got to meet Bing Bong from Inside Out this morning.
well,
He meets at Pixar Place Hotel where I'm staying.
mhm.
It's the only Disney destination that you can meet Bing Bong throughout the world, the cruise lines, everything.
Wow.
It's the only place that you can meet Bing Bong. And he doesn't meet every day. This was the first day this week he was here. So I got really lucky that it happened to be my off day. We saw different characters here, like Luca is here. So I saw him yesterday. Luca is never at Walt Disney
Oh,
World.
no.
Nick from Zootopia is here. Those are just a few characters that I saw around. I love meeting rare and rarely seen characters. And so that was a big one for me too. I love it.
Now, Pixar Place has recently been rethemed and renovated, correct?
Yes, yes. The hotel physically has been here for quite a long time. It was originally a hotel called, I believe it was the Pan Pacific Hotel.
Mhm.
It was owned by an Asian company. And then it was bought by another company, and then Disney purchased it. And for a while, it was still something along the lines of like Disney Pan Pacific or something. It kept part of the original name because it was such a popular place. It then switched to Paradise Pier, I want to say mid to late 90s. And then they did the renovation and it became the Pixar Place Hotel, which I tend to call the Pixar Pier Hotel because it used to be Paradise Pier. Pixar Pier is in California Adventure. So if I say it wrong, I
It's
apologize.
honest. Yeah,
I
don't worry.
just tend to, yeah, I tend to do that. So yeah, and here's a unique feature of this hotel, which you will find very few hotels within the United States that have this. Bit of trivia for you. This hotel has a 13th floor.
Really?
Yes, because when it was built by the Asian company that originally owned it, they don't see number 13 as, spooky or bad or anything like that. So, yeah, this hotel has a 13th floor and the pool is on the third floor.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
super cool.
So, a couple of neat, unique things. And this is actually the only hotel among all Disney properties throughout the world that is dedicated to Pixar. There is the Toy Story Hotel in Tokyo, but this hotel itself is dedicated to Pixar. So it's really cool. It's a great family hotel. Suites, you've got suites here. I'm actually in a one-bedroom suite right now that sleeps 6. It's got 2 full bathrooms. It's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
And again, right across the street from the parks. So larger family, this hotel could be perfect for you.
It sounds like an amazing place to be in. Definitely, if you have a family, this sounds like the place to stay. Now, the other thing I understand
Mhm.
that's different about Disneyland is that it has a Marvel campus, right? How is that?
It does. So Disneyland has the Avengers Campus. It's so cool. There's multiple attractions there. You have Guardians of the Galaxy breakout. Think Tower of Terror themed as Guardians of the Galaxy, but so much cooler than Tower of Terror. You've got Spider-Man web slingers, which is you are again, if you could sort of equate it to like Toy Story Mania, but you're putting your hands like webs and you're shooting at spiders and it's like your webs are coming out and your arms are so tired afterwards, but it is so fun. You have Pim's Kitchen, which is so cool. The food is either really big or really, really small. I had an egg that was like that
Oh
big.
my
It was
God.
really, really tiny egg. So that's so cool. But I think the best part, and if you are a Marvel fan or your kid is a Marvel fan, the best part is meeting the characters because you're not going to find most of these characters anyplace else. Yes, some of them you may find on Disney Cruise Line,
Mhm.
but you're not going to find all of these. We saw Spider-Man, we saw Doctor Strange, Captain America, we saw Miss Marvel, Iron Man.
Did you see the Guardians?
We did not see the Guardians. We did not see them. I do know that the Fantastic Four is meeting, but they're not meeting in Avengers Campus. And honestly, off the top of my head, I forget where exactly they're meeting in the theme parks. But Fantastic Four is meeting. And one of the coolest things is, you normally like character meet and greets, you're going to go, you're going to stand in line, right? You're
Mhm.
going to take your picture, you're going to walk away. These characters, when they come out, they walk around. Most of my pictures are selfies
Oh,
with
wow.
them. So cool. The female Black Panther, like just all of these cool characters. And then some of them do go to a specific area and do a meet and greet. I can tell you Spider-Man is just a meet and greet.
Mhm.
It's right around where he does his show. So when he's not doing the show, he's doing meet and greets. But yeah, if you are a Marvel fan, Disneyland is the place to be, for sure.
So you mentioned the Fantastic Four. You can only see them in Disneyland right now. I don't know if you knew that or not, because the movie's in the theaters. That's the only place that you're going to be able to meet them in person.
I did not realize that. That's very cool.
They do that a lot with the Star Wars characters too. They'll end up in Disneyland first. When Ahsoka was on Disney Plus, she was available to do meet and greets in Disneyland. And Spider-Man first made his appearance in Disneyland during the movies, and he stuck around because he's a fan favorite for sure. He's definitely the top person on my daughter's list to meet when we go.
That's all new to me. Thank you, Heidi.
So let's talk a little bit about planning to go to Disneyland. What tips and tricks would you give people who have not been to Disneyland, but have been to Walt Disney World before? And specifically, what if they're planning on trying to come during the 70th anniversary celebration?
So I would definitely say, just like any other trip, is you want to plan ahead. The 70th anniversary specifically is going to run until the summer of 2026. I do want to add, before we kind of get into some of those other tips, currently packages for Disneyland 2026 are not available, but we expect to see them any day now. Once they're released, it's going to be time to book. And historically, we usually see the rates for the following year released about mid to late August. As of this recording at the beginning of August, we haven't seen them yet, but once they are released, get ready to book. So if you're listening to this and thinking, I absolutely want to do Disneyland next year, reach out to myself or Heidi to get on our Disneyland list. So the day those rates are released, we can start getting your quote together and you don't feel like you're behind the eight ball. On average, guests book Disneyland packages about 150 days in advance. So that's just under what, 6 months,
Mhm.
right? Just under 6 months out. So a little bit closer to travel than what you see at Walt Disney World. So you have a little bit more flexibility sometimes there. But one tip to know for Disneyland, there's only 3 hotels at Disneyland. You have the Disneyland Hotel, you have the Pixar Place Hotel, you have the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa. Disneyland utilizes a lot of good neighbor
Mhm.
hotels. And to be a good neighbor hotel, you actually have to meet very specific Disney criteria. So it's something to keep in mind if you're ready to travel and the hotel you want is sold out, or you're going to be doing more than just Disneyland. There's so many options here that are really close to the park. Some walkable, some that you can use the transportation system, rental cars, Ubers, Lyfts. Lots and lots of options and so many add-ons for Disneyland, just like Walt Disney World. So if you're used to Walt Disney World, we talked a little bit earlier about the lightning lanes and the differences with those, but you can add that into a package. VIP tours, just like Walt Disney World, Disneyland offers VIP tours. You can book those. There's slight differences between the two, which we'll get into maybe at a later time. But another big difference, just kind of keeping in mind, Disneyland does not have a dining plan the way Walt Disney World does. So that's slightly different too. But yeah, I would say plan ahead, talk to us now. If their 70th anniversary is your focus, that's what you want. Let's get you on our list. Let's talk about what hotels you want. And then we can plan the little things like fireworks dessert parties and popcorn buckets and all of the fun stuff.
And the ice cream spas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And the sweet celebration foot treatment, which is seriously a must do.
Mm-hmm. I'm adding that to my must do list like right now. Now, you were talking about not being able to book into 2026 yet, but what things are we looking forward to so that when we can start booking in 2026, what's going to change from today till then?
So we did mention that the 70th anniversary will run through the summer, or at least part of the summer. In 2026, Galaxy's Edge Smuggler's Run is going to have a new story. That's a big thing. So if you're a Star Wars fan, they're going to have a new theme story in Smuggler's Run. In Disney's California Adventure, there's a couple of things getting started. I'm not saying that they're opening next year, but construction may be starting next year. These are future things coming. There's an Avatar themed land that's going to be based on the Way of Water. So it's going to be different than Pandora is in Walt Disney World. There is no name for this yet. So we're just calling it Avatar Land. That's not the correct name. Don't quote me on that. But that's going to be coming to Disney's California Adventure. Also coming to Disney's California Adventure, construction on this is starting in 2026, is a Coco themed attraction. This is going to be a brand new attraction. It is not going to be taking over another ride. It's a brand new attraction. And here's one of the really awesome things. All you Marvel fans out there, Avengers Campus is going to be doubling in size. And again, construction is going to be starting on this. There is no opening date, but Avengers Campus doubling in size. They're going to be adding 2 new attractions. One is going to be called Avengers Infinity Defense, and the other is Stark Flight Lab. Now, I actually wrote in my notes Stark Flight Lounge and then crossed it out and wrote lab. So I think I was hoping that maybe it was like an adult beverage spot, but no, it's an attraction, which is going to be super exciting too. But
I'm sure there will be some booths in there too that will have some type of
we can hope
adult
so.
area.
We can hope so. But so those are a few kind of sneak peeks over the next few years that we're going to be seeing coming to Disneyland. And there's some others, but these are some of the main ones. I think the Avengers Campus doubling in size is really super, super exciting.
Oh, absolutely. And with all the new characters that have come up in the last, in this phase of the MCU, they've got to have space for them. And so they got to double it.
Yeah.
So exciting.
It's going to be awesome. I know.
Okay, so I'm packed. I'll see you in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And you and I can go to the parks for the evening. How does that sound?
Are you taking a supersonic jet from the East Coast?
I wasn't going to say anything, but me and Tony Stark, we are friends. So we'll have to see.
Oh, well, there you go. I'll see you shortly. You're going to meet me at the Broken Spell Lounge over at the Disneyland Hotel, because that's where I'm headed once we're finished up here.
Oh, do we have a plan for there? Will we see it on your Instagram feed?
We'll see it on my Instagram feed. Yes. So definitely check out my Instagram. Again, once this airs, it'll be about a week since I was actually in the parks. But if you go onto my Instagram, spellbound_vacations LLC, you'll be able to see some of the cool things that I posted about this trip.
Nice. Well, I'm so excited, and I probably don't wait for me. Enjoy it. So I think that's brought us to our would you rather section. Melissa, we were talking about this a little before, but would you go churro or Mickey bar?
That's a tough call. I think that, oh gosh, I think a churro, but the original churro, just cinnamon sugar churro.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd have to agree with you. And I think you got to the right point. If I was in Disneyland, I would do the churro. If I was in Walt Disney
Mm,
World, I'd probably go for the Mickey bar.
yeah, yeah, and I think too, one of the reasons that I choose the churro is because I can actually buy Mickey bars at my grocery store.
Fair, very fair.
So that I can indulge in those, but churros not quite the same.
You know, my favorite thing is the Mickey bar delivered to my room while on a Disney cruise.
Oh,
That's my
yes,
Mickey bar, like, ultimate. I don't even buy them
I
for the house
agree.
because I feel like it's not the same. I need to have it on my balcony or chilling by the pool, which means I would take it from my room.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's
good point.
yeah, I think that's a DLC thing, whereas the churro is definitely a Disneyland thing.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. And thank you so much, Melissa, for taking some time while you're there to connect with us so that we could share all of your amazing experiences.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. I got to hop on today, that today was my down day and we were able to schedule this. And we look forward to planning your Disneyland vacation. So definitely reach out to Heidi of House of Mackie Travel or myself, Melissa with Spellbound Vacations, and we will get you on our lists and send you on your way to Disneyland. Have a great and magical day, everyone.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit subscribe on Spotify or your favorite podcast player. And while you're there, feel free to leave us a rating and review.
Check out the show notes for links to Spellbound Vacations LLC and House of Mackie Travel. Until next time, keep living your best travel life.